So this is the sole we are going to be using to mark out our insole. The size is size 40, and we are going to be using Mako 4mm as our insole. So after marking the Mako, and then you cut it into shape. After cutting it into shape, you file or smooth the edges, either with your sandpaper or your filing machine. Then you gum your leather to the insole and cut off the excess. After that, you fold the insole. You have to take your time to make sure you have a neat folding, because you won't like to see the crease outside after coupling. So you have to take your time to do the folding. After folding, you cut off the crease. After that, you sand the surface of the leather, and then you stitch. You can see it. I have stitched it round. Now we're going to use the insole to mark out our main sole on Nora 3mm. Nora 3mm. So let's use the insole to mark out our main sole. So you have to cut after the line, you understand, so that the sole won't be larger than the insole. You cut after the line. So now you file here, and then you attach your heel. And after you attach your heel, the next thing is to smooth the edges of the sole. So the sole is now ready. I've done that. So now let's create the pattern. We take a straight line here. Then we are going to measure from that line. We're going to measure 3-inch measurement. 3 inch. That is going to be the width of the pattern, or the first part of the pattern, because you know it is a double pattern. So the width is going to be 3 inch. After the measurement, we take a line at that point. Now let's cut it into shape. So after cutting it into shape, you fold it into 2 equal parts. Fold it into 2 equal parts. Now we're going to place it on our last and then cut off the excess. Make sure that the center of that folding is at the center of your last. So now let's cut off the excess. So after doing that, we are going to mark the facing of the pattern. So let's mark the facing. Here is going to be at the inside part of the last. So you see the mark. So now we fold it back into 2 equal parts. Now we are going to carve out something like triangle. You understand? You start from here. As you go towards the center, it increases. So something like triangle. Understand? So let me show you. You see it? Just remove something like this to get a curve at that point. So let's cut it. So you see it. I think I'll have to still remove. I still have to cut off some. Again, what we are trying to do is to get a curve at the front part of the pattern. That is what we are trying to do. So I have to cut out some little. So then cut it out. So now you see what we have. Hope you can see it. You see we now have a curve. So now I'll use my pencil to make sure that everything is uniform. Understand? It is a very simple procedure. You just have to be careful and apply tactical, experience. So I have done that. You see it. We now have a curve. You see it. We now have a curve. So the first part of the pattern is now ready. We're going to go over to the next one. Let me cut this place off so that they will be equal, and then I'll remark the facing. Let me see. Okay, you see it. So we're done with this part. Let's move over to the next one. You see it. Now the width of this is the width of the buckle strap. The buckle is 1 inch. So the width of this strap is 1 inch. From here to here is 1 inch. So the width of the strap is 1 inch. The length is about 7 to 6 inch. So I have to place it here. Note that I folded it into 2 at the top, so I place it this way and then cut off the excess. You see it. So remember, I folded it. You see it, where the buckle is going to be fixed. So now we take another line. Let's make the other buckle strap. Take another line, then we take a measurement. We're going to take a measurement from here. The width here is going to be about 1.3 inch, 1.3 inch here. And then as we progress to this point, it is going to be 1 inch. So it is going to be a kind of triangle, you understand? It is not going to be straight. So from here to here 1.3, from here to here 1.3, from here to here 1/2. So like that. So I'm going to pick the measurement here, the 1.3, and then pick the 1 inch at the top, and then I'm going to take a line. So now at this point I'm going to give it a curve. I'm going to join the two lines with a curve at this end. So now you see it. Pick the 1.3 inch here, place your ruler, pick 1 inch here at the top, place your ruler, and then you take a line. Now let's cut it into shape. So I'm still going to place it on the last, watch the edge, and then I'm going to cut off the excess. You see, cut off the excess. So we are done with the pattern. So the buckle is going in here this way, while this one is going to go through here. So that is it, very simple. So let's go over to crafting the pattern. Now mark out your patterns out of your leather. After doing that, gum them to your landing, and then you cut them into shape. So now you see where the buckle hook is going to go through. You see it here, fold into 2 and then create this hole, and then you fix the buckle and fasten it with your rivet. Now place the other strap, mark where the edge of the buckle is, punch your holes, then remove it, turn it around and place it on the other strap so that the buckle holes will be uniform. So you place it here, transfer the dots, and then you punch the other strap. Now mark this place on your last and here. It is time for lasting. Remove your last and then pick your pattern, place it on that point to take the width of the pattern. So I'm trying to take the width of the pattern. So we have gotten it, we have taken the width, we have transferred it to the insole. So you see it here, you see it here, and here. So now we're going to take a measurement from the back of the insole, 3 inch measurement. Then we are going to extend it on both sides of the insole, 3 inch measurement. You see it from here to here, 3 inch. You extend it on both sides. Now we're going to take the width of the straps. Take the width of the straps. So you see them. The next thing now is to punch holes for the pattern. So we have done that. Put it on top of the other side of the insole and then mark out the outlines and also punch. And then you last your pattern. So we are done lasting the pattern. You see what we have. So now it is time to couple. You have to take your time in aligning the sole with the insole so that you will have a neat edge finishing. So you have to take your time to align them. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure I align them. Sorry, I didn't know my hands were off the camera. Sorry about that. Just making sure that the edges are well aligned, understand? So I'm just taking my time to make sure I align the boot neatly. And after doing that, use your mallet to exert some pressure on both components. So you see it. So this is what we have arrived at. You can see it. It is a very simple pattern and a simple process. If you have questions, drop them in the comment section, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates as soon as our next video drops. Have a nice day and see you in our next video.